The advanced passenger train was built by British Rail to lean through curves like the future. Then its highly anticipated public debut turned into a national embarrassment. In the 1970s, the National Railway faced a frustrating physical limit. Britain was crisscrossed with a vast Victorian rail network, full of tight, winding curves that forced express trains to slow down. Rebuilding the entire track system perfectly straight would have taken decades and cost a fortune. The APT offered a brilliantly simple alternative. Instead of changing the landscape, the train would adapt to it. Using a complex hydraulic system called active tilt, the passenger cars would literally lean into bends. This counteracted the sideways push, allowing much higher speeds without spilling coffee or throwing passengers against the windows. Before the electric passenger version, known as the APT-P, was constructed, British Rail built a gas turbine prototype called the APT-E. In 1975, that sleek experimental train hit over 150 miles per hour, shattering the British rail speed record. The physics on paper were flawless. The engineering looked genuinely world-beating. But a quiet test track is not a crowded passenger route, and a working prototype is not a finished public product. When the electric APT-P was finally unveiled to the national press in December 1981, the carefully managed demonstration unraveled almost immediately. The train broke down in front of the cameras. Journalists, already primed to write about government waste and industrial failure, sharpened their pens. Then came the reports from early trial runs. The active tilt system was supposed to make the ride smoother, but the way the hydraulics responded to the curves was abrupt and jarring. Instead of a gentle lean, passengers experienced sudden, aggressive shifts. Some passengers and journalists reported discomfort, and quickly the narrative spiraled out of control. The headline became that the train made everyone violently sick. That was a clear exaggeration, but the technical reality no longer mattered. The story of a nausea-inducing, broken-down white elephant was simply too perfect for the newspapers to ignore. Minor mechanical faults that engineers could have eventually solved were instantly judged as fatal design flaws. Despite the media storm, the APT-P did actually enter limited passenger service on the West Coast Main Line, running scheduled timetables. But by then, its public image was already sealed. It carried real travelers, but it also carried the heavy weight of national ridicule. Lingering reliability issues continued to plague the fleet, and by the mid-1980s, the trains were quietly withdrawn from service and largely scrapped. Today, only a single set survives in preservation. Would you have trusted the APT after the press called it a failure? Most of the British public never even got the chance to make up their own minds. The trains were pulled from the tracks before the engineers could fully refine the ride. Yet the train Britain mocked did not disappear completely. Decades later, modern tilting trains began running successfully on those exact same curved routes, proving that the basic concept had been right all along. The APT was simply a technological breakthrough that arrived too early and far too publicly broken.